changing your accent or improving your accent or reducing your accent, whichever one you want to call it. But I know that the majority of the people in this world, they are always aiming for clear pronunciation, clear enunciation, clear communication. And of course, it just may not be for English. You have people who want to speak French articulately, people who want to speak German articulately, people who still want to speak Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa articulately. And all of these things, when you want to speak them really well, you have to learn the pronunciation skills for that language. And you have to also get yourself acquainted with the rhythm of that language. Okay, so, and I'd like to say that this is not something that is totally impossible. It's actually possible. Although it might be difficult, but it's possible. Think of some people, think of some notable personalities like Celine Dion, Celine Dion mostly. I can't remember any other person, but there's one guy that I remember. But let me quickly talk about Celine Dion. She was born in Canada. She's a Canadian woman. She didn't know how to speak the English language until she moved to the US, and that was where she learned the English language and she learned the pronunciation skills as well. And she was already an adult when that happened. Now, this goes to show you that you can actually improve. For Celine Dion, it was because her music career is, her language barrier is standing in the way of her music career, and she didn't want that to be the case. Now, some persons have radically transformed themselves because of something that they've been hoping to happen to them that never happened, and they needed the language skill to make that happen, and so they fought for it. So I don't buy the idea that once you have really got your own mother tongue, you can't change it. And you know why? Let me ask you, if I tell you this, if you can improve the way you speak the English language in the next 6 months, if you can improve it or have a near native accent within the next 6 months, I'd give you $5 million. Would that happen or wouldn't that happen? All you just needed is an incentive. Sure, that's the only thing needed. If you can give yourself an incentive, or someone gives you an incentive to learn and make sure you get to that point in your life, you're definitely going to improve. You'll see that improvement. So don't ever tell yourself that this is totally impossible. It's actually possible to do so. Now, in my own case, I don't want you to completely do away with your root. For English language, I think it's best that when you want to pronounce words, you pronounce words in a way that people will definitely understand. I mean, you don't see a bird called a dove and you call it a dove. It doesn't make sense because no one will understand that, especially if the word dove means something in English language. It's almost like, you know, when you want to say aqua in Igbo. Aqua means egg, and then you say aqua, which means bed, or you say aqua, which means cry, or which other one, or you say aqua, which means clothes. So it's important we all understand this thing so we can really communicate effectively in any language that we're using. Okay, I'm King Ife, and I more than anything love to see you prosper.